All right, welcome back to Cricket for Americans. Nick here, and I am bringing you another IPL 2021 team overview. And today I'm looking at the Sunrisers of Hyderabad. Now, last year I did my video on SRH. I killed Hyderabad quite a few times pronouncing that name. Oh, I hope I'm saying it correctly this time. I think last time I kept saying Hyderabad. I got the B and the D mixed up. Hyderabad. And this team, they were looking super dangerous, especially at the end of the year last year. They were out of that top four for most of the year, if not the entire year. And then they were able to come through at the very, very end, get to the playoffs. This team has won a championship back in 2016. They went to the finals in 2018, lost to CSK, Gabe. But that was before you were rooting, so take that. They've got the playoffs 2013, 2017, 2019, and last year in 2020, 2018, obviously, runners up. SRH. If you're an SRH fan, go ahead and give me a like. Please let me know in the comment section what are some of your thoughts about this team. How do you feel about this team? All that kind of stuff. If you watched the Rajasthan Royals overview I did, I'm not going over the entire team's history like we did last year. If you want to hear that, go ahead and check out the video I put out last year around this time. Not this time, no. Before the IPL season around September or so. Go ahead and check out that video, and you'll be able to get the history of SRH. But they have won a championship. David Warner, as far as I know, is still their captain. Yeah, it says still has their captain. I wonder if he's healthy. I wonder if he's healthy for the start of the season. Their coach is Trevor Bayliss and the Orange Army. Let's go. Let's go ahead and talk about... I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted here. I had no idea that Dewan was their captain back in 2013. That is super interesting. I knew about Kane Williamson. I didn't know about Boovy in 2019 for a period of time. He was the captain for 6 games. But wow, I did not know about Dewan. That's interesting. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into SRH. Their season this year, 2021, the players that are on their squad. Starting off with the schedule, they play their first match, the third match of the season, against the Kolkata Knight Riders on Sunday, April 11th, in just a little over a week here. And then their second match, the sixth match of the season, they're playing against the Royal Challengers of Bangalore on Wednesday, April 14th. They are playing their first 5 matches in Chennai. And then their next 4 in Delhi, then Kolkata, and then Bangalore. So they're going to a few different destinations in the cluster caravan system they have going on. But let's talk about the players they have this year. They had, I think, minimal amount of changes between last year and this year. So let's go ahead and start off right with the batsmen. Let's get started off right away. And they have Kedar Jadhav, who is, I think this is the first year with the squad. Got signed for 2 crore. They have David Warner, the captain. This guy last year was incredible. Scores a lot of runs. He has the tendency to go down. Like, it seems almost like he's going to get you like either 8 or 9 or 10, or he's going to get you a half century and more. Kind of goes back and forth. I know not everyone's going to fire in every single match, but he seemed like so hit or miss. But he's their captain. He's age 34. You got Manish Pandey in there once again. He was in the squad last year, as well as Kane Williamson, the former captain of SRH. He was kind of right in the Oreo cream of David Warner's stints from 2015, 17, and 2020, 21. Kane Williamson was in there. He's still in the squad. You got Virat Singh, Priyam Garg, and Abdul Samad. Rounding up, all of those guys were on the squad last year. And of those guys, there's a lot of talented batsmen. Obviously, I was combining Pandey and Warner. David Warner, Kane Williamson, Manish Pandey, all those guys I saw go off last year from one time or another. Guys that you can, for the most part, count on. But Priyam Garg is my biggest question mark in this group of batsmen. What are you going to get with Garg? I think he had maybe 1 half century last year or a few very good scores. But other than that, he was just... They got to the point, I think, where they had like number 7 or 8. And he's a batsman for crying out loud, but they kept him in there. It's a big mistake in my opinion, but we'll see what he can do. I don't know too much about his history. He's only 20 years old. Man, he's so young. I didn't realize how young he was. So we'll see how he can do this year. Probably a lot of upside. For the all-rounders here for the Sunriser of Hyderabad, Sunrisers, we have Mohammad Nabi. I don't know what's wrong with me today. From Afghanistan. He's been on the squad for a few years. Vijay Shankar. Mitchell Marsh. Now, I'm pretty sure Mitchell Marsh is out. This may not be updated. I think someone had just recently told me that Mitchell Marsh was out, and someone had replaced him. I'm sorry, I don't have it off the top of my head right now. Jason Holder is on the squad. He was amazing for him since at the end of the year last year. They're getting him for a steal, too. Jeez Louise, so cheap. And then Abhishek Sharma, rounding up the all-rounders there. You know I had to do it. I knew I heard something like that. It was Mitchell Marsh apparently is pulling out of the IPL. Last year he was injured like in the first game or something like that, first match. And Jason Roy was named as his replacement, as an overseas replacement for him. So Jason Roy is also on the squad. He is not mentioned on this roster, so that is the most updated right there. Roy for Marsh. Now let's go into the Wicketkeepers. They have some really, really good ones. Just like Rajasthan Royals, they got two really, really strong ones. You got Saha. I'm not going to try to say the first name because I don't think I'm going to say it right. I don't want to butcher it. Shrivats Goswami. And then, of course, Johnny Bairstow. And Johnny Bairstow, they're getting him for a steal, too. I mean, this guy, he can score at will, but he can also get himself benched based on how he goes about things. Saha, I don't think he got a lot of playing time last year because Bairstow was there and he was not going to go anywhere. And then they brought in Saha, and he did really, really well, even though he's in his age 36 season. He's still got a lot to offer. So some good wicket keepers there, some stability there. Spin bowlers. Ooh, spin bowlers. When you're talking about spin bowlers, you're talking about one first and foremost, and that's Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan is an animal. We'll get to him in just a second. We have Shabazz Nadeem as the first of the spin bowlers listed here. 31 years old. He's been with the squad for a few years. We got Jagadisha Suchith. He was on the squad. This is his first year with the squad. They're getting him for a steal. Probably he's 27, but probably not too well yet established. But he's a spin bowler. We'll see what he can do. And then you got Rashid Khan from Afghanistan. Got a few guys from Afghanistan here in the spin bowling attack. But Rashid Khan, they're getting him. I still think that's a steal. $1.3 million US. I think that's a great price for him. He is so phenomenal. And man, I had no idea. 22 years old. He's only 22. Are you kidding me? How is he only 22? Phenomenal. And then the other Afghanistan spin bowler is Mujib Rahman. Okay, 1.5 crores. Right arm off break. 20 years old, super young. And this is the first year with SRH at least. Obviously an overseas player from Afghanistan. And then we got the pace bowling attack. And this is very interesting because the pace bowlers for SRH, they're all from India. Every single one is from India. So they don't have to worry about the overseas number and trying to fit that in. They're all from India. You got Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Bhuvi in there. The number one slotted guy right there. This guy is phenomenal. But they have so many amazing bowlers, it's not even funny. It really isn't. But Bhuvi, he's got to be their best one, right? But there's some other names right here that are going to challenge him for being their best one. You got Siddharth Kaul. He's been on the squad for a few years. He's making a cool $500,000. And then you got Natarajan. Okay, you got Natarajan here. This guy is so amazing. Hey, same birthday as me. How cool is that? I'm a little older than he is. But we have the same birthday, Natarajan. That is awesome. He's left arm medium fast. This guy is so talented. He's so good. He's been on the international squad. And they're getting him for like peanuts, for crying out loud. How embarrassing. Come on, pay the man. You got Sandeep Sharma. This guy I did not know until last year in the IPL. This guy's terrifying if your squad's going against SRH. He's going to be in there every single time. He's going to challenge Bhuvi for being one of the best pace bowlers on the squad. And all these guys, they all started with SRH 2018. We got Basil Thampi. What is it all about, Basil? That was Austin Powers. And then the man who should have won the purple cap last year. I don't know what happened. Khalil Ahmed. Now, does Khalil Ahmed get a chance now with Kumar back in there? I don't think so. He's getting paid 3 crores, which is awesome. But you're going to have Sandeep in there. You're probably going to have Natarajan. You're going to have Bhuvi. You're going to have Rashid Khan. You're probably going to have Rahman, maybe. The way I said that. Or Nadeem. So Khalil Ahmed, he might only see himself a few matches. Even though you know I love it. And I'm still trying to make sure I was right about that prediction. But, man, this team is so talented, so good. This is a team I can honestly see taking the top 3 spots in the points table by the end of the season. I can honestly see it because they have this pace bowlers, they have the spin bowlers, they have wicket keepers, all-rounders, and they have batsmen. They have 2 or 3 serious guys in all that areas. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 overseas players. That seems like a lot. I don't know what the team average is in the league, but that seems like a lot. And you can only get 4 of them, right? So let's try to figure this out. Rashid Khan absolutely is going to be in there, right? That's a guarantee. David Warner, absolutely. Kane Williamson, absolutely. You only have room for 1 more. And with that last chance, or that last slot, you're choosing from Jason Roy, Jason Holder, Mohammad Nabi, Johnny Bairstow, Mujib Rahman. Those 5 guys, any of those guys can make a serious case for the most part to get on the squad. Only one's going to get in there because you're not telling me unless someone's injured, you're going to sit Rashid Khan or you're going to sit David Warner or Kane Williamson. There's no way. So this team is absolutely stacked. I like them a lot. Last year, I predicted them to go to the Final 4. I didn't know what I was talking about, but I just liked their squad, and I was right about that. I see them going to the playoffs again. I think it's going to be really tough for a few of these teams not to make it to the top 4. I feel like there's a possibility that some of these teams are just way too stacked. In a good way, they built it that way, but way too stacked. And SRH is one of those squads. You can't tell me if you're a fan of a different team that I'm a little nervous about SRH. I know they're going to be there. We saw at the beginning of the year last year, they struggled coming out of the gate. The first 7 or 8 matches, they're like, oh, what's SRH doing? They're not even in the top 5. But they had that net run rate that really saved them. And then they were able to really just come on strong at the end. I thought that they were going to challenge Mumbai for the title, but they got beat in the round before by, I believe, Delhi Capitals. And so they're going to come back and they're going to really make it challenging. Let me try to predict. I didn't do this last time, but let me go over who I think is going to be in the top 11 for at least the first match, right? Warner, Pandey, Williamson, I think are locks. Okay? Oh, those all-rounders, I'm not sure. I honestly, if any of those, I'm not too sure any of those are locks. So let me skip them for right now. Bairstow, I'm going to start with Bairstow. He's coming off a really strong series where he was man of the series against India. Okay? And these are not in the order that I'm saying the names. I'm just counting 11 guys. Okay? 11 guys. That's only 4, so I got to choose a few more batsmen. And this is the challenge they had last. That's why they kept putting Garg in there, because who else are you going to put in there? Right? Abhishek Sharma, I don't know him too well. You know, Garg, I know the name. Kajar Jadhav, I could see them putting him in there, so number 5, even though he's a little older. And that's the thing. Their window might be closing up pretty soon. In the next 4 or 5 years, tops. So you're going to go with 5 batsmen. I got no all-rounders in there. And if I have to choose one, and Jason Roy, he's not an all-rounder, he's a batsman. If I have to choose one, I'm going to go with my 4th overseas player is Jason Holder. I really am. I'm going to go with 6 batsmen, Jason Holder being an all-rounder, so technically a bowler as well. And then, so that's 6. Rashid Khan, obviously. And then Bhuvi, Natarajan, Sandeep. That's 10. Ooh, that's only 10. All right. So I have room for one more. I got Khan in there, Holder, Williamson, and Warner. So I've used all my overseas players. Do I want to go with another spin bowler? They're going to be in Chennai their first 4 matches, so I only got 1 spin bowler. Did I say Nadeem? I can't remember if I did, but either Nadeem or the pace bowler, someone like Siddharth Kaul, right? Khalil Ahmed, I would like to, but I don't think he's gonna snip the team, especially to start off with. So I think that's 11. Let me know what you think about my 11. Let me know what you think about this video in general, about SRH's chances. I'm not going to go over what place I'm going to have him at the end of the season. We're going to go over that all in one video, me and Gabe will. We'll have more of these team overviews before the beginning of the season. We'll have our predictions probably the day before the season starts. We'll be doing another fantasy league this year. Look out for that. Look out for the invite. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, adios.